the Flanders Valoise team. That is the composition of the first group that is most likely going to contest the win here. Brent van Moer, very interesting rider there. Of course, missing out on a victory because he was sent the wrong way. And a week later in the Dauphiné, he won himself a stage. Comes from a family that owns a really large transport company. If you're riding through Belgium, Van Moer Logistics is everywhere. But he deliberately chooses not to be involved in the family business, to earn his own money, to go to college, to go to university, and to be a professional bike rider. He doesn't want to live off the money of his family, as he said in an interview last year, because it might be too easy. I don't know, that's my deduction, but he's a very talented man, very interesting personality, Brent van Moer, and yeah, his mum and dad basically built that company from the ground up, Van Moer Logistics. So if you're in Belgium, you see one of those big trucks, you know that is the Van Moer family business. Matt.
There we go. But he's got a big opportunity here. 13.9 k's to go. There is another climb, an uncategorized climb. Anybody who's ridden this race before will know it's on the profile, the Col de la Gineste. That comes, well, they'll crest that with about 9.5 kilometers to go. So it won't be long before we hit that final climb. And with a gap of 1 minute and 20 seconds, although Nilsen Paulus just cruised off the front. He was taking those corners just a little, some of those sweeping bends just a little bit quicker, has opened up a little bit of a gap and has given himself a bit of an opportunity here. So why not have a go? So Paulus is a very, very dangerous rider, clearly in good shape. The team, as we've mentioned before, started off this year with a bang, with a win and another podium for Healy. So real good morale in that team. And Paulus, looking at the gap he's opened up now, has flown. Good move.
It's great, but yeah, this man has got a fantastically smooth pedaling style here. And
yeah, I think
he can hold on, but of course the other 10 or 9 riders right now are not just going to let him take it that easily. But yeah, it's a good move there by Nilsen Paulus. But Matt, can you explain how a rider sees or kind of feels what the right moment is, or is it just luck?
I think on that particular occasion, just an opportunity presented itself. He was on the front, he was carving the corners just a little bit quicker, a bit more efficient, and somebody couldn't follow him on a corner and opened up a bit of a gap, looked behind and thought, well, I might as well try it. And that is what sometimes these opportunities just present themselves, just by riding on the front, descending a little bit quicker. I don't think he meant for that to happen there.
Yeah, you explained it perfectly, Matt. The way that they're racing behind Nilsen Paulus is absolutely not going to bring them any closer to the American. Actually, they're losing time, and they're losing time fast at the moment. There's only 1.8 kilometers or 2 kilometers left to go here of the Col de la Gineste. Then we have a really fast descent going back towards the coastline into the center of Marseille. And we're going to finish outside the Stade Vélodrome, which is not a velodrome, by the way. It's a football stadium of Olympique Marseille. It's where we lost as the Netherlands in the semi-finals to Brazil in 1998 when the World Cup was in France. So great memories there for the Dutch football team in the Stade Vélodrome, home to Olympique de Marseille.
It might be something to do with how hard he's having to ride here. Clearly he's absolutely flat stick, but that headwind behind, as an individual rider, even if you're strong, there's a lot more benefit to riders here. They'll be getting a lot more rest on the wheel before they're going through. And the gap isn't extending now, it's holding steady. And for the first time, this group, there's a sense of cohesion. They're actually working well together, and they've got to do it. They've got to do it quick, because 25 seconds is a lot to bring back. But with that nagging headwind, they still do have a chance to bring it back.
Yeah, I was just about to say that the final kilometers, of course, on the descent, but also going into Marseille, is a headwind section. Of course, on the descent, it doesn't bother you as much as on the flat. We don't have a long flat section going into town.
Situated only slightly, down to 24 seconds, back up to 25 seconds now. The bunch are out of it now, 1 minute and 35 seconds. The victory will either be this man or one of the riders behind. Who's it going to be? I'm not too sure, but this man is looking very good. Just look at the lack of movement, Josie, in his upper body as well. Very good core strength, very efficient rider, and but it isn't over yet. Look how this is the worst sort of road you'd want as a solo rider when you've only got 25 seconds. You want to be in a twisty lane when you're out of sight, out of mind. So this is going to be a very difficult 10-15 minutes for this rider now.